ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ मङ्गलाचरणं टुगेदर सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। Okay. Shloka number 7. Adhikarinam Ashaste. Adhikarinam Ashaste.
अधिकारिणमाशास्ते
फलसिद्धिर्विशेषतः
फलसिद्धिर्विशेषतः
उपायादेशकालाद्याः
उपायादेशकालाद्याः
सन्त्यस्मिन् सहकारिणः
सन्त्यस्मिन् सहकारिणः
साधनान्यत्र चत्वारि
साधनान्यत्र चत्वारि
कथितानि मनीषिभिः
कथितानि मनीषिभिः
येषु सत्स्वेव सन्निष्ठा
येषु तत्स्वेष सन्निष्ठा
यदभावेन सिद्ध्यति
यदभावेन सिद्ध्यति
आदौ नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः
आदौ नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः
परिगण्यते
परिगण्यते
इहामुत्र फलभोग
इहामुत्र फलभोग
विरागस्तदनन्तरम्
विरागस्तदनन्तरम्
क्षमादिषट्कसम्पत्तिः
क्षमादिषट्कसम्पत्तिः
मुमुक्षुत्वमिति स्फुटम्
मुमुक्षुत्वमिति स्फुटम्
ब्रह्म सत्यं जगन्मिथ्या
ब्रह्म सत्यं जगन्मिथ्या
इत्येवं रूपो विनिश्चयः
इत्येवं रूपो विनिश्चयः
सोऽयं नित्यवस्तु
सोऽयं नित्यानित्यवस्तु
विवेकस्तमुदाहृतः
विवेकः समृदाहृतः
तद्वैराग्यं जिहासा
तद्वैराग्यं जिहासा
या दर्शनश्रवणादिभिः
या दर्शनश्रवणादिभिः
देहादिब्रह्मपर्यन्ते
देहादिब्रह्मपर्यन्ते
ह्यनित्ये भोगवस्तुनि.
ह्यनित्ये भोगवस्तुनि.
This is where we were doing 21, 11. So we are in the 11th shloka of the concise Vivekachoodamani with 108 shlokas. So in shloka number 8, Atra chatvari sadhanani katitani manishibihi. From there, he indicates four sadhanas, which refers to that previous shlokas adhikarinam ashaste. That means a person who is ready for this text, because this involves some thinking, some preparation is needed. And so, adhikari is required. But then talks about, he lists all of them in shloka number 9. Vivekaha, Vairagyam, Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi, and Mumukshutvam. He lists all of them and he begins explaining. Shloka number 10, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. So this understanding the reality of the world, that is called Viveka. Things are not totally what you think they are. Something like that. That idea. So there is something more to what I see. Seeing more than what the eyes can see. Something like that. They have some statements. You can say it's not simply seeing more in relationships, etc. Not that. But Brahma Satyam, we saw that. Then second qualification is Vairagyam. So we began to see that. Tad Vairagyam Jihasa Ya Darshana Shravanadivihi Dehadi Brahma Paryante Hyanitye Bhoga Vastuni. So he's defining Vairagyam here. So we saw to some extent this particular shloka. Jihasa, the 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 desire to let go of pet ideas, the desire to let go of the hold of all the objects. No object can victimize me. No object can victimize me. Like that man who said in the retreat, right? That young man. I hope you all remember that. And so Jyotiji's son said, you know, he's doing a MBA. Okay, and he says, or he's looking to do an MBA. He says, human life is simple, but it is our desires that make it complicated. Okay, so I think all of you remember that. So that is what it is. So no object in the world can trap me. But then here they talk about, you know, how is that? Then how come I feel trapped? Oh, that is because of my own likes and dislikes. And so, jihasa, that idea that the world is going to trap me, I have to give up that idea. And there is a method for that. And so, yeah, jihasa, that idea of giving up this, that, that quality by which I can give up all these wrong ideas about things. Yeah, money is going to make me happy. Money is going to make me happy is a wrong idea. It's utterly wrong. Money will make my life comfortable is a correct statement. Nothing buys like money. Okay. And so that is a correct statement. But it's going to make me happy is a tough call. That's going to be a confusion. The person who has this kind of an idea is going to suffer sooner or later. He can buy things, but whether I'm blessed by the money or not is anybody's guess. Correct? And same way, books. Money can buy books, but it can't make me read. And even if I got an education to read, it cannot make me understand. Correct? Look at how many steps are there. Money is needed. Then I have to buy a book. Then I have to be able to read it. For that, I need patience. Okay, first to open a book that somebody gave you, it is there in the bookshelf, nicely stacked. But I need patience. If I'm running around all over the place, poor book is going to be gathering dust. Then I have to read it. Then I have to understand. Okay, same thing with me also. Our friend Dr. Soundarajan, the whom we met that day, he gave me a book, The Essential Teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. It's not a thick book, it's some 200 pages. And he gave me the book. It was gathering dust. gathering dust. Until I went to the ashram, and then I realized, oh, that book is an important book. Okay, so that's what happens in life. There is no. We need a leisure to see what is what. Viveka, he already said, Atma Anatma Viveka is there. Therefore, now Viveka cannot give me Vairagyam. I have Atma Anatma Viveka. I even have Dharma Dharma Viveka. Therefore, I follow Dharma as much as possible. Because following Dharma 100% is not possible. Because life will become extremely difficult if somebody decides I will follow Dharma, I will begin to interpret. Because physical limitations are there. America, it's easy to follow Dharma. Easier. I won't say easy. In India, following Dharma means one has to just drop all agendas and say, I know a person. I know a person. They go to, in government offices, you have to grease the skids, you have to give some under the table, you have to give cash. And this person I know, who is in Andhra, and he will go to the government office for some signature. All these things are needed. And he will give it. They will say, Repu Randi, come tomorrow. Come tomorrow means it's a particular statement. It's a code word. Many people take it literally. Come tomorrow means literally you have to come tomorrow. And then you will come tomorrow, and then they will say, it is there. It is. They have not come yet. They will come day after tomorrow. And like this, you keep going on and on. 1 month will happen. Then you wonder what's happening. That guy told the first day itself, come tomorrow. Come tomorrow means you you have to give something. You have to give something. And if that something is there means I will sign it right now. What this man does, he will just, he will say, no, I'll wait for you. And he will say, he'll come at 9 in the morning and he will simply sit in the office. Doesn't matter. 4 o'clock, I will stay. You want me to come tomorrow? I'll come tomorrow also. And tomorrow also, he will come 9 o'clock till 4. He will simply sit, just staring at them like this. This is, after 3 days, what? 3 days, it's too much. After 2 days, they will just sign the piece of paper and give it. That's it. Over. Because they can't handle this. Because it's like a mirror. And so they can't handle it. Chalo, 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 chalo. Just he will sit. He will just not go. Like a stone, he will sit. So that is the kind of tyaga one needs to do if one has to be dharmic. Okay? So anyway, why I said all this? I'm clear about Viveka, I mean this Atma Anatma, Dharma Dharma, but Vairagyam need not come. Vairagyam one has to develop. One has to work on Vairagyam. That's why it's listed as a separate qualification. Okay. And how do I know what this Vairagyam? Darshana Shravanadibihi. How can I develop Vairagyam? Hey, by just living, Darshanam here means by just observing, literally observing. By observing things that are happening in my life and other people's lives also. Things come, objects, of course, are anityam, they break. House is there. You are happy to buy a house, then afterwards, house is leaking, house is this, maintenance. After 10 years, you have to spend a lot of money to maintain the house. Like this, it's constant. Janma is there, Mrityu is there. That's it. One Mrityu is enough for a person to say, my God, this is how life is. Ephemeral, they say. Life is ephemeral. So that is called darshanam. Darshanam. Then Shravanam. Shravanam means Shruti. By listening to the Shastram, what does the Shastram say? What do the Puranas tell us? What does Ramayana tell me? What kind of story it tells me? Yeah, Rama, you look at Rama's life, we will understand. We'll get Viveka, Vairagyam, everything we will get. And so Shravanam. Adi. Adi means what? Using my own mind, I can also process through. And and we come to the right conclusions. Therefore, by myself, by my own experiences, perceptual experiences, and by discussing with friends and teachers and all that, Adi, everything comes there. And Shravanam from the Shastram also, I come to know. What I come to know? This jihasa is Vairagyam. This giving up all these wrong ideas about permanence, permanent happiness I'm going to get. I can get comfort from things, but not Sukham and all, you give it up. Let go. Sukham is put me a phalam it is. Be happy on a given day also, really speaking. Right? The more you think about it, things can only give comfort. People also, relationships give me joy, but relationships give me sorrow also. Both are there. That means I am now stuck. What do I do? So what do I do? Means I have to come to the Shastra. There's no other way. And so, tad vairagyam. Dehadi Brahma Paryante. Okay. Towards what things should I have jihasa? Should I have Vairagyam? By the way, jihasa, we discussed the Sanskrit root and all that meaning last time, right? So the desire to give up. Oha Katyage, we said. Okay. And so he's using that jihasa to describe Vairagyam. Vairagyam means Viragasya Bhavaha Vairagyam. Viragasya Bhavaha. Raga means a like and dislike is called raga. A like or a dislike, both. And viragasya vigataha ragaha. The one from whom that raga is to a large extent gone. It's called a viragi. And that status, that mind, that state of mind has what is called vairagyam. So the word meaning is derived for the word vairagyam. Towards what things should I have vairagyam? Toward what things? Dehadi Brahma Paryante Anitye Bhoga Vastuni. Okay, this vastu is an object. Bhoga vastu, objects of enjoyment, objects of experience. Enjoyment, experience, bhoga. Because enjoyment, objects of sorrow also, both source of sorrow, source of happiness. Therefore, bhoga vastuni means all saptami. In among things that are objects of experience, which are anityam, Aditya, indeed, they're not eternal. They're all time bound. All things are time bound. And I'm looking for Nityam. Unknowingly, I'm looking for Nityam. But I'm looking for Nityam in Anitya Vastuni, Bhoga Vastuni. Okay. And what kind of Vastus they are? Dehadi Brahma Paryante. This is a popular usage in our Shastra. Dehadi Brahma Paryante. Or Brahmadi Stamba Paryantam, like that you'll see all these words. Means what? Dehadi. Deha, of course, body, etc. Body, etc. means what? All things that are there in my life. Okay. The closest things that are there in my life. All the things in the house, all the profession, all the people and things which I call profession, which I call work. I have to go to work, all those things. I have to bring bread to the table, all that. So all that is Adi Dehadi. Deha is there because they have my body and other bodies also. Other bodies means other people. People, Jana, people who are close to us. All right. Dehadi Brahma Paryante. Brahma Paryanta. Paryanta means from the body to Brahma. That is the meaning. Paryanta means to. All the way till. From here, all the way till. All the way till means what? What kind of things can I have this likes and dislikes with? If you ask, Shastram says Brahma Paryantam, Brahma Loka Paryantam. Because idea of Swarga is very much there. Because we have all concluded this earth is not a happy place to live. And so everybody wants to go to Swarga Loka. So Swarga also, so many levels of Swarga. Brahma Loka Paryantam I can go. Satya Loka Paryantam. Until Satya Loka. So quietly Shankaracharya says all Swarga pursuit of Swarga also will come under the category of Anitya Bhoga Vastu. Brahmaloka also is a Bhoga Vastu, no doubt, because they're all Bhoga Sharira. The Sharira is purely experiential body, and the Sharik, that particular Jiva will experience Sukham, pure Sukham. Shastram says that, so there is no need to question it. But Shastram also says it is Anityam. And so Brahma Paryantam, he says. And so Deha is Anityam. Anityam. Therefore, I should neglect my body. Correct? Body is not going to give me happiness. And in fact, the older I get, the more problems only I'm having. And now I'm very clear. So neglect the body. No, no. Anityam doesn't mean you neglect all these things. Vairagyam does not, should not be translated as neglect. Ignore. No, you can't ignore. Impossible to ignore anything in this world. Impossible. Impossible. Food is needed. Can't ignore food. Oh, food will not give me happiness. This is all modern New Age Vedanta. Our Shastram for us, food is Anna. Annam. Annam is Adyate iti Annam. What is consumed is food. And without food, the body cannot survive anyway. And so, where is the question of putting down anything? Can't put down anything. And so, in fact, our definition of Shariram is what? Shariram Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. For Dharma Sadhanam, Dharma means for all the things I have to do in my life, I need a body. I need a healthy body and healthy mind. Okay. So therefore, there is no question of ignoring the body and all that. But Vedanta also says, yeah, Shariram Kalu Dharma Sadhanam, keep it up. And then Shariram, Shiryamana Swabhavaha Swabhavam Shariram. Shiryamana Swabhavam, that is the definition of Shariram. Shrida. Shrida means decaying, declining. Whatever declines is called Shariram. That which uh, that which is constantly changing. And after some time, it won't exist also in that form. That is called Shariram. So that's good. It gives me that's why this body is called Shariram. So I better focus on Dharma. That is the meaning of this thing. And I think that statement, Shariram Khalu Dharma Sadhanam, is attributed to Kalidasa. Not sure. And Swamiji said once Kalidasa. So in the book also here he says Kalidasa. One of the texts must be, he must have stated. So therefore, there's no question. My attitude cannot be one of, what do you call that? Putting down. No, no, nothing can be put down. How I can put down food when food itself makes me survive? It's not possible at all. People are there. People, I benefit from people. Relationship is so important for the growth of a human being. So how can I put down all those things? So all this sudden idea, this what do you call it? Uh, Suddenly Vedanta, some book they read and then they come to some conclusions. Okay, Avichara Siddhihi, correct? A conclusion which is born of not properly listening to things. No time to listen. Correct? I want to quickly figure out and then come up with their own philosophy. So therefore, this Vairagyam is not automatic. We said that. Viveka can be there. First one listed is Viveka. But it's not automatic because there is an emotional value I have for all these things. People also emotional values. Things also emotional value. Emotional value. The cloth is old. It is time to throw this off, okay? Because it's all getting tearing off and everything. But I don't feel like giving up, correct? Because we've been wearing it. It's okay, no? What's wrong with this? Bah, it's just too. Your just means what? Emotional value is there. I just can't give up the things I have. Even though it's time to just put it in the dustbin. It has to go. It has to go to the trash. And so why emotional value is there? And because emotions control us. Emotions are the ones that really drive us around. They say the stock market, there are two emotions that drive the stock market: greed and fear. Greed and fear. The time I read this, I said, yeah, whoever said it has really understood this whole business of making money through the stock market. Greed and fear, buying, selling, this, that. So two emotions drive the stock market. Like that, our lives are also driven by emotions. And so, therefore, Vairagyam is listed as a separate value, separate a value that we have to invoke in ourselves. And and so often people think Vairagyam is running away from things. Oh no, no, these foods are dangerous. Okay, keep an idea what's not good, what's not. Eat what you think is good, etc. That's good. But running away is not possible, because where will I run away from? Or run away to? I'm running away from here, from home, and then to somewhere I have to run away. This Rishikesh comes to my mind because Swamiji mentioned that all these people are roaming around Rishikesh, it seems. And Swamiji this says that he's talking out of his own experience. And so it's not simply made up. And because you ask them and talk to them, क्या हो गया भैया? क्या कर रहे हो आप? I see you walking every day here. What happened? Then you understand. Then Vedanta, you understand all these things. क्या है सब अनित्य है, दुखदायक है. Life में there's no purpose of living. Then this guy is not guided, misguided, all kinds of stuff you can say. And so running away is not possible, because finally I am running away from myself. Correct? I'm running away from myself. And guess what? Nobody can run away from themselves. Then he'll just be agitated and restless and running around finding place to place to stay. He can never be happy anywhere. Never, not possible. Why? Because he has to live with himself. Himself means what? His own ideas about life, what is right, wrong. So, therefore, this world is a trap for me. All these ideas come, and that is all wrong ideas. And nobody can, the world cannot trap you, my dear friend. It is like saying, the chair I am sitting on is pulling me down. The chair I'm sitting on is pulling me down. Hey, chair cannot pull you down. Just relax. You better change your ideas about life. And it doesn't allow me to get up. No, that chair cannot do all that. It appears like that maybe, but all these are subjective ideas. World is a cause of sorrow. It's a very popular idea. World is a cause of sorrow. Buddhism talks like that. Idam jagat dukkhatmakam it is. It's very popular. It appears it's not a wrong idea to have initially, but quickly Shravanam has to be done and then understood that the world is it's not a source of sorrow. Then what about all those people who are happy? How can people be happy in a world that creates sorrow? Not possible, idiot. Hey, how can you make a statement like that? Can give both joy and sorrow. If you say at least that I can accept. That's acceptable. Joy and sorrows are there. But dukkhatmakadam jagat is not a correct statement. And jagat is mithya. Mithya things are there, and Mithya virus also is Mithya. Yeah, it can create a problem. Good relationships are there. That's good. It gives joy to me. And so, where is the question of Dukkhatmakam Jagat? So, Swami says this has nothing to do with Vedanta. This Dukkhatmakam Jagat, etc. And it may be all right to entertain that idea that, yeah, this world, we have to be careful about the world. But quickly, some proper teaching one has to go to. Otherwise, the guy will get carried away by that. And wrong advice will be given. Vedanta is going to say, wait a minute. World is a cause of sorrow. World is a cause of joy. No, no. Vedanta is going to say, I am the cause of the world. My God, where is just turning the tables completely, correct? I am the cause of the world. Am I ready for a statement like that? That's what I should ask. That means what? I means can't mean the body. Body, I created what do I create? I don't know what I created. I have amplified everything I created and built a 3-page resume. That is all I've created. I've created a resume. That's all it is. Okay, I've accomplished some things here and there. All right. But created the world means what? Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha. You know, space? Space came from you. Space came from you. Yeah, space. That's what Shastram says. Tasmadva. Shastram says it literally. Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha. Then what happened? Akasha vayuhu. Am I going to be ready for these statements or not? When am I going to study all these things? Yeah, that means my whole idea about myself has to undergo a revolution. Revolutionary change has to happen. So therefore, this all this vairagyam, etc., are built up, are said already earlier. He said earlier, didn't he say that? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Ityevam Rupo Vinischyaha. Sloka number 10. When am I going to study? Expose myself to all these things. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. That Satyam Brahma I am is going to say later. And so it's the opposite. World doesn't do anything to me. In fact, I am the one that is sustaining the world. The whole world rests on me. Can I say that? I must be able to say that. To come to that point. And so, therefore, that means that what is my state now? Now my state is that I am projecting a lot on things, the qualities that they don't have. Ashobhanadhyasa. World is a cause of sorrow. People are a cause of sorrow for me. It's called Ashobhanadhyasa. Adhyasa means what? Adhyasa is a projection. Projection. Money will solve all my problems. Projection. Pure 100% projection it is. Money is money. It has a value. Money is the cause of, will solve all my problems. That is called Ashobhanadhyasa. Money is dangerous. Run away from money. Sorry, the first one is Shobhanadhyasa. I hope I said Shobhanadhyasa. Shobhana means what? Giving a value more than what it is. Shobhana. Shobhanadhyasa. Money is dangerous. Ashobhanadhyasa. Money is dangerous. Like that very over enthusiastic bhakta of a guru said, my Guruji is really, he, he's a viragi. He's a viragi. See, last night what happened? I kept a golden, I kept a golden bangle under his pillow without his knowledge, and he went to sleep. And then he just choking. He couldn't sleep. He was restless. The bhakta is thinking he's doing a favor, praising Guruji. He doesn't know what he's talking about. If really Guruji did all that stuff, then there is something problem with the Guruji. You leave this Guru and Shishya alone. Just walk away from them. There's nothing. We are not going to benefit anything from them. Let them be with themselves and sort out their problems. They need to go to a psychologist. Hey, Guruji and all can't be affected by all these things. What are you talking about? And so, so Vairagyam is an important value. That's what we practice throughout basic food and things like that. Some of you will tell me, Swamiji, ashram food. Those who did not come to the ashram may not understand these examples because ashram food, Swamiji's principle is the opposite of this thing. People who have come to the ashram will have to eat well and go. They should have a good, stomach should be full. And for us, we got Mysore Pak, we got this coconut burfi, we got this and that. Every day one sweet in the lunchtime. Huh? The diabetes people, I think their sugar must have, I don't know what must have, I don't know what happened. But people just ate. And so that feeling that, yeah, I'm Purnaha. Fine. Go home and eat all your sprouted beans. That's fine. But 3 days, just focus on the teaching so that I don't have to worry about food. Ashram food, they're giving all this daily buttermilk, dilute buttermilk. Buttermilk is all right, but dilute. Put lot of water and some lot of salt also. And what kind of words you'll have for the ashram? So they just give everything off. So like that it is. So Vairagya practice at home. And so that Dispassion. Dispassion means what? I'm objective about things. I don't give too much value to things. I don't reduce the value of things also. That is called vairagya. It's called vairagya. Running away from things is not vairagya. And so that stage is now getting set for the other values and Vedanta. Krishna also talked about it. 5.3, if you want to make a note of it, Bhagavad Gita. Nyeyasya nitya sannyasi yona dveshti na kankshati. Yona dveshti na kankshati. Look at the beautiful statement it is. The one who neither hates nor the one who just falls in love with things. Kankshati means craving for things. Craving is the right word I want. The one who neither craves nor hates. That's it. Neither there is an aversion or there is this craving. What a beautiful statement it is. That means the person is looking at things as they are. Beautiful. And so that is called Vairagya. Look at this, how loaded all these words are. So much there is to talk. And we've not even entered Vedanta yet. So, so I think we've covered all the words of the shloka 21. Let me translate this. Swamiji's translation. Vairagya is a mental disposition characterized by the absence of longing. Absence by longing in all time-bound objects of enjoyment. In all time-bound objects of enjoyment, hyphen, from this body up to Brahmaji. I said Brahmaloka, Swamiji says Brahmaji. Hyphen, from this body up to Brahmaji. Hyphen again. Attained through seeing, hearing, etc. Attained through seeing, hearing, etc. Okay, so let me repeat that. Vairagya is a mental disposition characterized by the absence of longing in all time-bound objects of enjoyment from this body up to Brahmaji, attained through seeing, hearing, etc. So that means that the way it is translated, it looks like, yeah. So attained through seeing means our own experiences and Shruti, etc. That's fine. This would be shloka number 12 in our series, shloka number 22 in the big series. All right. Virajya Vishaya Vratat
विरज्य विषयव्राताद्
Dosha Drishtya Muhurmuhu
दोषदृष्ट्या मुहुर्मुहुः
Swalakshye Niyatavastha
स्वलक्ष्ये नियतावस्था
Manasashtama Uchyate.
मनसः शम उच्यते.
Again, Virajya Vishaya Vratat
विरज्य विषयव्राताद्
Doshadrishtya muhurmuhuhu.
दोषदृष्ट्या मुहुर्मुहुः
Swalakshye niyatavastha.
स्वलक्ष्ये नियतावस्था
Manasashtama uchyate.
मनसः शम उच्यते.
So you can underline the word shamaha. That is what is being described in this shloka by Bhagavan Shankaracharya. So that virajya vishaya vratat. Virajya. Virajya means what? Vairagyam prapya. Vairagyam prapya means previous shloka I talked to you about vairagyam. And so once the person gains vairagyam, virajya, vairagyam prapya, having gained that vairagyam, and vairagyam towards what? Towards what if you say Vishaya Vratat? Vishaya Vratat. Vrataha means samuha, group of Vishayas. Means I have likes and dislikes towards people. People again means my dear, near and dear ones. They say near and dear. And then kith and kin. And then there are others who are what not kith and kin. Means good friends. I don't know. Good friends will come under kith and kin or not. I don't know. You have to decide. A very sticky topic. Hey, tell me who do you love more? Do you love me more or do you love her more? Means what? Why ask all these questions? These dangerous questions. These are. You should not ask these questions. Okay, near and dear. Then it's a little bit further, and a little bit further, some people are there. Like this, we have all kinds of people and all kinds of things. So he's saying groups. He's putting them as groups. Brata means samoha. In the last camp, we saw a word which had the word group. What is that?
Grammar.
Grama is also group, but we did not see that word in the camp. I don't think so. In the sadhana panchaka. पापौघः परिधूयतां भवसुखे दोषोऽनुसन्धीयतां पापौघः परिधूयताम् औघः. So we saw that augaha. I think it's that word is called samohaha. Means all this group of things papa means I am used to committing mistakes and you just call it off. It's time to just call off adharma. And then anything past mistakes I've done also that's been gnawing at me, okay, at my joy, and that also find ways to atone. We saw that in the class in the camp last time. Papa ugaha, same thing here also. Vishaya vrata, group of vishayas. Means all my heart is just fragmented into all these different things. I'm not even there here. My mind is on all my this Persian carpet and all these things that I have at home, and I'm constantly concerned about all the things. So Vishaya Vrataha, beautiful word it is. Vishaya. What is Vishaya? If you ask, what should I say? Vishaya is an object. Any object. Vastu Vratat, you can say. Vastu. Vishaya. Vishaya comes from the Sanskrit root see. Okay. Those who are not into Sanskrit also should learn to enjoy this. Because you get an exposure to what is this language. Why do they call it Deva Bhasha? It is not called Deva Bhasha because Devas are talking. Even we can talk here, okay? So don't get carried away with Deva Bhasha. They are talking. Indra Adi are talking. Indra Adi and all, they don't talk like that. I have my own doubts. And because Bhoga Shariram, why they should talk in Sanskrit? I don't know. I have my doubts there. So, but Deva Bhasha, because I'm going to explain, okay? Vishaya, that comes from the root see. That's it. See. Sinoti, Badnati. Okay. Sinoti binds. Two meanings I'll give you. Two meanings I'll give you for the word Vishaya. Okay. First word is called Vishaya. Okay. What is the first meaning of Vishaya? Suppose I show you like this. And then I take it out. He showed a pot. Okay, what happened? Your mind, which is free to think about anything in this world, okay, including what's for breakfast today, what's for dinner today, or what's for breakfast tomorrow. So much you can think about. Even in Vedanta class, you can think about. See how free we are, right? Appa, I love this mind. So much it is. It can think about so many things. Suddenly, just by doing this, I made you think of something. Correct? I made you think of one object. What happened? That mind, this free mind which can think of so many things, suddenly it thought of only one thing. And that process is called Vishayikaranam. That process means what? That thing where the mind is finitized, it is forced to think of one thing, is called Vishaya. And so this pot is now called Vishaya. What? Because it made my mind just take on the form of this pot, which is what I call a pot thought, called vritti in Sanskrit. Therefore, so V means Vishesham. See, the mind gains a form, a finite, concrete, concretizing. That's the word I'm looking for. Vishaya means what? A specific concrete form came into my mind. That is called Vishaya. The process also is called Vishaya. This object also is called Vishaya. And there is another meaning for it. What is the other meaning? Sinoti Badnati. That which binds me is called Vishaya. Ah, what Vedanta this is. Don't you love Vedanta? Don't you love Sanskrit? Something, at least one of the two you should love. Okay, two loving is too much. One of the two you should love. So, Vishaya Brata, Vishaya, that which binds is called Vishaya. So, having gained the Vairagyam towards all objects, towards things in general, means being objective towards things. Being objective towards things, which was talked about in the previous shloka. And how do I gain that objectivity? Dosha drishtya. By drishtya. Tritiya is there. So by doing something, by doing what? By seeing drishti, by changing my vision, all these wrong ideas I have about things, that they are going to make me happy or not. Money is going to make me happy. Okay. Money seems to make me happy, all right. But change the idea now. Change it. Money makes my life comfortable. Money makes me get what I need for my sustenance. Yes, money only can give me education, really speaking. Really speaking, money and education are not connected, really speaking. But this chairman of MIT was asked, president of MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He was asked, education is so expensive, undergraduate education. Those days, I'm talking about 1980s. I saw that interview. And he said the people complain, what is this education? College education is so expensive. His response is, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Okay, that was his response. So that means what? Money is useful. Money is very useful. Without money, how can I get education? How can anybody get educated? And we get calls from people. Once I got a call from somebody unknown lady, and somebody, they gave her the name from some place, southern Tamil Nadu. They say, I want to study dentistry. I need this many, 2-3 lakhs. I need, she said. She loves to do it. So people are running from pillar to post just to get money to go to college. They want to study, but they can't study. Okay, in India, I'm talking about Indian situation. So money is obviously useful. So, but then dosha drishtya, keep that in mind. Money is useful to get all these things, but don't connect it with happiness. If you want to be happy, you better just straighten out everything. Read some books on psychology, if not Vedanta. That's a good start. Talk to people about happiness. Talk to elders. Do namaskaram to them and say, I've come to you to talk to you about happiness. What gives happiness in one's life? Yeah, let's spend some time with seniors. They also know a lot. They may not know Vedanta, but they will tell you some truths. Correct? So, dosha drishtya. Dosha means the deficiencies, the limitations of things. Vishaya Vrata, Vishayanam dosha drishtya only by understanding what are the capacities and what are the limitations. Money can buy, all right, nothing buys like money, but dosha, he need not. Money also attracts a lot of people, like what? Like people who steal money. Okay, that's why people have all this security and this and that. The money attracts. So how can you say money protects? Money doesn't protect. You need to protect money so that money can protect me, correct? What kind of joke this is? I have to protect my money so that it can protect me. Okay, all right. This is all like a circuitous stuff. Money also attracts other people, like non-profit organizations like us. We'll come and say, please give us some money, please give us some money. We're not going to the street and beg. No, we don't beg, go to the streets and beg. We only beg from people who have money. So money can create problems also. Okay, here, take this money. Just get out of here. So money can create problems also. And nobody goes to the homeless and say, please give me some money. No, he doesn't have that problem at all. He will just say, sir, here. And I have to respond to that. I have to respond. Anyway, so Vishaya Vratat Doshta Dishtya Muhuhu Muhuhu Punaha Punaha. That is the meaning of Muhuhu. Punaha Punaha. Again and again I have to do it. It's not a one-time thing. Because this emotional value is there, and value that I've learned from my parents and my grandparents and all the people, they're all very clear about the value of money. In fact, they tell me I'm stupid. Then I do something. Then I give some money to somebody, is stupid, you don't waste money like this. So they in fact give all these arguments. And so whatever little innocence I have, that also is lost. Okay. Sometimes innocence is good, Innocence means what? Just the feeling of love and pain, other people's pain I pick up. That's beautiful. That's only a human mind can pick up like that. And so, therefore, muhu, muhu, again and again. This is the dhyanam we have to do, really speaking. Sitting and doing dhyanam is one thing, that is fine. But before that, muhu, muhu, just by living like this, I have to do dhyanam on all the things. How much value do I have for all the things I have in my house? That's it. This can be a great dhyanam. List the top things. People are there, things are there. Okay, people, let it come later. Things. Starting from my bank account. I have a value for my bank account. Yes, I must have a value. I have a value. But then I have to keep thinking about these things. Where does that value? How far does the value go? Suppose something happens. Then how will I feel? How will I respond to that? Okay, that's how I meditate on these things. That's what he's saying. Muhuhu, muhuhu. Keep thinking about the limitations. Dosha means limitation. Okay, dosha is not necessarily a defect. Defect means flaw. Flaw. See, when something happens to us, we immediately point our fingers to something. It's all the money that did it. You did it. She did it. The current government, BJP government did it. Everywhere, constantly pointing fingers. Except me, everybody's there in the list. Amazing it is, no? And so, therefore, we don't say defect per se. Limitation. Everything is useful. Swamiji would say, everything is useful, including a broken clock. Because even the broken clock will tell the correct time twice a day. Correct? Twice a day, it will tell you the correct time. Twice, not once, twice. Okay. So, therefore, let's not put down anything. And so even our idea of success, wrong ideas about success. What is success in life? If you say, everybody will have a different idea of success. And in colleges, I will ask this question. I often ask this question. And it makes them think because they don't, these kinds of dialogues, they never have. Our children never have these kinds of discussions. And so you make them think, then they get excited. Oh, what is success? Then everybody will say something. And you challenge them. Somebody says family is success. No, job is not success. Money cannot be success. Then I put them. Money is not success. Without money, did you come here? School also is very expensive. College also is expensive. You come sit here and say money is not useful. Quietly, somebody else is paying for your education. Then I do like this. Oh yeah, yeah, money is also useful. You see, okay. Yeah, so make them think like that. And so a concept of success has to change. Dosha drishtya. All my ideas, I have wrong ideas about things. And therefore, Swamiji says, the first success of a sannyasi is vivekam and vairagya. First success. First success means what? That the victory over this whole life, the life process has gained some usefulness, and the purpose of life itself is getting fulfilled through viveka and vairagya. Like that he's saying. Then only sannyasa and all will come later. He's saying that because it seems once in Rishikesh, someone sannyasi called Swamiji, who was not a sannyasi at that time, he was a brahmachari. And he told him, because he's studying Shastram and all that, he's seeing this Swamiji going back and forth, like carrying books and classes and this and that. And he says, come here. Because the sannyasi here knows what these people are after. And he says, are you planning to take sannyasa? It seems that's what he asked him. What I'm studying right now, what should I plan to? What is the connection between what I'm doing and sannyasa? Why? What? I don't have any plans like that. I mean, I didn't even think about it. Then he said, don't take sannyasa. Take sannyasa? Now Swamiji got a little, but why are you saying don't take sannyasa? What's the problem? क्या बात है? Swamiji, क्या बात, क्या हो गया? And it seems he said, no, sannyasa, I had some savings. The savings are getting over. Then I had some provident fund, and provident fund also is getting exhausted. And so you need a lot of money, and better do, all this life is all not good, and all he was saying. And that means what? Swamiji is saying, look, sannyasa is a beautiful tradition. Correct. You can't be attached to all things, and then I am saying I'm going to take sannyasa is not going to work. That also Swamiji knows. And so this Swamiji is saying all this, which means what? Doesn't even develop vairagya. Without getting vairagyam proper, without understanding all these things, he took off to sannyasa. Yeah, you keep your provident fund and all that is good. But if he's sitting, becoming a sannyasa and complaining about life, then what kind of sannyasa is this? That's what Swamiji was saying. It's not sannyasa. It's a gives a bad name to sannyasa itself. Sannyasa is a place. There is a place for sannyasa. And so these external features and all these things has nothing to do with sannyasa. Viveka and Vairagya is right here in the mind. It is all mind. It's all cognitive. Beautiful it is. Appreciation. And so, therefore, those wrong values, emotional attachment I may have for things that I have to begin questioning muhur muhuhu again and again, because emotional attachment will not go away just like that. Be practical about what things are and then let go of other things. And then swalakshye nityavastha manasaha shamaha uchyate. Shama uchyate, it may say that must be shamaha. Not a spelling mistake, it's sandhi. Sandhi will make that visarga drop off. So it will be what? Shamaha uchyate. Shamaha uchyate means what? Is known, is called as Shama. Is called as Shama. So after this kind of understanding the limitations of things, and after gaining that vairagyam, then there is something called shamaha. And what is shamaha? Swalakshye niyatavastha manasaha. Niyatavastha means that commitment, a steady commitment. Niyata avastha. Avastha means a state. Manasaha avastha. The state of mind, avastha, which is niyata, which is steady. Okay, which is steady. A state of mind that is steady. That's a literal translation. Which means what? A mind that is now committed to something. What is that something? Swalakshya. Swalakshya, one's own lakshya, one's own goal. What is the purpose of life? Do I understand what the purpose of life is? Okay, I'm beginning to understand it. Okay, understand it better. Go and learn these things properly. Understand it better, and once you become clear about it, then moksha is there. And then moksha. Then Shankaracharya here earlier he said, Ato vichara kartavya. Where did he say that? He said that in sloka number 6. Ato vichara kartavya. Earlier he said, Chittasya shuddhaye karma natu vastu palabdhaye. All that became clear to me. Ataha vicharaha kartavya. Therefore, one has to inquire into what? Atma vastunaha. Into something called Atma vastu. Okay. Then I become what is called a jignasu. I become now a seeker. That's why Hindus are called seekers. They're not called believers. We don't use the word believers. Who seeks knowledge is called a seeker. And so once that what I'm seeking becomes clear to me, okay, that becomes my swalakshya. That becomes my goal. Is to understand this Atma better. And Daya Sundum, etc. Samasadi, talk about that. So that is my swalakshya. Atma Jnanam becomes my swalakshya. Okay. Atma Vicharaha, using the language of Shankaracharya. Ataha Vicharaha Kartavya. Kartavya, he said. So therefore, must be done. Inquiry into Atma must be done, he says. And so that becomes my swalakshya. But that's a bit too much. Right now, I'm just learning about Atma, and how can I say I want Atma, but still some clarity is not there. And so, okay, Atma, replace Atma by Ishvara. Bhagavan is there. Don't forget Bhagavan in the pursuit of Atma. Don't think Atma and Ishvara are two different things, and eventually everything is identical. And so, don't worry if you can't grasp Atma. Don't worry, Ishvara is there. Bhagavan is there. Bhakti is there. Yesterday in the camp we saw Bhagavato Bhaktir Dridadhiyatam. We saw that. Bhagavato Bhakti Dridadhiyatam. So may you invoke the bhakti in yourself through all the means that are available in society. In family, it's available. It's all there. I got an invitation to attend our annual in our village, the annual Aradhana, they call it. And so everybody comes together. Those who are from that village, my mother's village. And so there they do pujas, etc., homas for a couple of days. And some of our ancestors, my great grandfather, etc., became sannyasi. There are 3 sannyasis in some last 4 or 5 generations. And so there is an adhishthanam for them there. So they do the puja for that adhishthanam. All that is there. So when we do those things, our bhakti will get invoked. My God, our people themselves became sannyasis. What is sannyasa? At least what is sannyasa, I must know when I go there, when I use these opportunities. So use all those opportunities. Bhagavan is there. And so I begin to see my life is a series of experiences and I react to those experiences. Now I am going to minimize those reactions. I will become more accepting of those experiences. Pleasant experiences, unpleasant also is there. Previously, I used to resist unpleasant experiences. Nobody wants unpleasant experiences. Now I'm going to say, okay, things have happened, it is beyond my control. So there is a force at work. That force is called karma. And so I have to experience my karma. Nobody else can experience that. I can't delegate karma phalam to somebody else. The delegation, this is one area where delegation is not possible. And so the best thing to do is just happily accept it. Or sadly accept it. Both all sadly only I will accept, that's also okay. But accept is there, acceptance is there. It's painful. Yeah, it is painful. This too shall pass. And so I accept it. Ishvara's order is at work. I marvel at Ishvara's order. While I'm in pain, when I marvel at Ishvara's order, suddenly the pain seems to go away. Amazing it is. See, this is how it works. No human being is an exception to this Ishvara's order. And I have a role to play. And so I am here. The entire universe, the universal order is incomplete without me experiencing this trauma. Wow, what kind of language is that? Without me experiencing this trauma at this moment, the universal order is incomplete. Yeah, it's easy to say all that. You should know. You don't know what trauma is. Well, then you find a way to figure out all through the you just find a way. Find a way. That's all it is. So that order is Ishvara, Bhagavan. Unfailing. He is unfailing. She is unfailing. And so I do not resist any situations. I accept situations. If I have the ability to change situations also, where I should change, I will use my free will to change the situations. But I also know the limitations. What was that serenity prayer? What is the serenity prayer? Oh Lord, help me, help me change the things that I must change and accept the things that I cannot change, and also help me see
To
what
see the
things I
difference.
can change and what things I cannot change. And also Viveka Buddhi is there. Let go, where I should let go and where I should just Uddared Atman Atmanam. My effort has to come forward. And also clarity must be there. And so, Swamiji says, you cannot circumvent Ishvara and come to Atma. Vedanta is very interesting. I liked Vedanta because Atma was very interesting. And quietly, Ishvara will go to the back door. You stop puja. Hey, this study. What is that? Atma is Ishvara, Quietly bring Ishvara when it is convenient. No, you can't do all that. That won't work. He says you can't bypass Ishvara. In fact, he uses the word, you cannot circumvent Bhagavan and go to Atma straight away. That is what he says. So, there is so much here. And so, he's talking about Shama. We are talking about Shama, right? Shama is what? Swalakshye Niyatamasta. Commitment to my goal is Shama. It is a different definition than the definition given by Tattvabodhakara. Correct? Tattvabodhakara says Mano Nigraha. Means what? Mastery of the mind. There is a literal translation of that. Mastery of the mind means what? Yeah, not allowing the mind to get carried away by so many things. There's too many things to do, too many things to places to go, too many things to see. Everything is too many. And so, don't get you go to Amazon.in. My goodness, the first page itself, it is moving. Objects are constantly moving. They have this devices. I don't even know what the device is called. They must have been coming up with newer and newer names. It looks like a camera lens. Those days I used to have a manual Pentax camera, beautiful lens and all. It used to be nice. It looks like a lens, but you look at it carefully. It says it's some device which you can ask questions. It will tell you everything. What's today's weather in Coimbatore? Yeah, no problem. Let me get back to you. And then it's chilly today. It's a nice nippy 20 degrees Celsius in the morning, but it'll warm up towards the afternoon. And by the evening, be sure to carry an umbrella, okay? Bah, you feel like you found a friend. Too good. It's just too good. So it is the page itself is just one after another shaking. If you're tired of that, next within it won't allow you to get tired also. Yes, within the 10 seconds they have 5 seconds. They've done analysis of all these things. Then immediately another thing comes. And they adapt all this to our Indian custom, Diwali, Pongal, Sankranti. And so they won't say for her, for she, for him and all. They will try to do that. But the festivities also are there. Diwali means you should give all these sweets. Sweets also. Amazon has started selling Indian sweets, Mysore Pak and all. Why? Because you can make money through that. So much is going on here. And he says, all that is there, fine. But he also includes another thing, Swamiji. You have to settle accounts. Settling accounts is part of Shama. Settling accounts with past accounts with people. Settling accounts is very difficult. It's the toughest job in one's life. I think we need to have separate sessions for children in colleges to talk about this psychology of human relationships. And you can't just run away from people. You can't hurt people and just run away, get away with it. That idea. Children are very good at this. They will understand this very quickly because friendships are there, and they live for friends. Parents ko chhod do, hey, they're all crazy people. But friends, among friends, there's a lot of bonding and the values. They really live for values. I think they will appreciate all these things. Let's say you can't hurt people and get away with it. And here Swamiji includes all that. Compassion, better settle accounts with people. Only then it won't allow me, my emotions will not allow me to move forward. It will just trap me. And so, and sometimes you can't settle accounts with people. Then what will you do? Settle account with Bhagavan. Bhagavan is there for that purpose. Hold on to Bhagavan tightly. Settle accounts. Every time you do Om Sumukhaya Namaha, Om Ekadantaya Namaha, offer all this pain. I hurt my friend 20 years ago. I don't know what to do about it. It's painful. My children wanted this. I never gave it to them. Now it's hurting me. I can't sleep. Om Sumukhaya Namaha. Om Ekadantaya Namaha. Om Kapilaya Namaha. Om Gajakarnakaya Namaha. Hey Ganesha, only you can solve my problem. Yeah, settling account. Puja is not ordinary, I tell you. Very powerful it is. So we've said this before. And so that's what he's saying here. Let's translate the shloka. So all that is part of Shama. So what? Now the Shama is to be used towards Vedanta. So therefore, commitment to my goal. Swalakshe niyatavastha manasaha Shama uchyate. How can I say? I know, I understand Atma, Anatma, Viveka and all, but I am stuck. Stuck because of what? Because all these past things, past is still hanging, and I'm not really resolved it. I'm ready to study, but I can't study. My mind is constantly irritated. So, anything that is bothering you, sort it out. That's all it is. Either you sort it out yourself or ask people who know how to sort things out. That's all. Very simple it is. Simple means what? That step is important. It need not be simple, but after that, there are ways to do it. Okay. The mind's abiding in its own goal, the mind's abiding in its own goal through dispassion, through dispassion towards the whole host of objects, towards the whole host of objects. Okay. By seeing their limitations again and again, by seeing their limitations again and again, is said to be Shama. Kama, resolution of the mind. Resolution of the mind. I did not, that word is new. Let me read this once again. The mind's abiding in its own goal through dispassion towards the whole host of objects by seeing their limitations again and again, comma, is said to be Shama, comma, resolution of the mind. So I'll explain that in the next class. I mean, that means what? That word resolution. We said commitment to our own goal. But here the translation is resolution. We'll see that also in the next. ॐ आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ।
धन्यवाद।